Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. People need to see truth in you. And what do I mean by that? People need to look at you and see that you're being authentic and that you're not wearing your mask. Because that's an unfortunate thing. Just the nature of society is that most of us are wearing masks. Even people who are generally authentic, there's sometimes they're going to have to put on a mask just to deal with everything. Because understand, when we're in society, you have several forces that want us to follow their agenda, several ideas. It could be the religion thing. They want you, you follow a certain religion. The mask they want you to wear is a certain piousness that reflects their beliefs. Or the tenets of that particular religion, or a culture, a subculture. One subculture might say, hey, you need to wear your hair like this, or another subculture might say, hey, you need to have some tattoos, or another subculture say this is how you need to approach relationships. All right. When you deal with social classes, each social class has a set of behaviors, a uniform, a set of likes and dislikes, everything. So you in there. So they say this is what you have to follow. Everything. You go on jobs, there's a certain level of behavior they want you to do. You have all these forces, and that forces us to wear a mask. Even some of us who are more authentic in our behavior. But what you want to do to the greatest extent possible, and I'm saying to the greatest extent. And the reason I say greatest extent, because there really are going to be some times you got to put on a mask just to get along. And sometimes maybe even just with family, just to get through something, at least for a few minutes anyway, right? But you want as to the greatest extent possible, be authentic. Be true to who you are as a human being, You want to be able to respond to stuff in a true way, not because it matches what the group around you thinking, but it's like, no, this is what's really on my mind. This is really what I'm thinking about. You want to be as authentic. Like, people need to look in your eyes and think, I don't necessarily agree with this person, what you just said, but I see that you're authentic. Because that's the biggest problem. It's hard to be authentic out here definitely 24/7, but even a little bit. So a lot of people walking around in a lie. They walking around in a story. They walking around saying one thing, but that's not the thing. At the best thing possible is you got to be authentic, and people have to look at you and see truth in your eyes. They got to see truth in your behavior. They have to see it. They have to see it, even if they could be a negative consequence to you. You might not be able to get that same job, even though you probably need it. But you don't want to go on there and try to fake something, because the thing about having truth in you, being authentic, there are going to be times where it's going to come out, and sometimes at the least opportune moment. You need to show it from the get-go. You need to show it. People need to know it. If you looking for a mate. If you're looking for a mate, they need to see the truth of who you are. A lot of people put on stories, they put on masks, they go on dates, and they don't say something, they don't respond to something. Men and women, they don't say what they really feel about a certain subject. They just agree because they just want to be in that relationship or that date, or just to have sex with that person. But that that doesn't that's not any good. They need to know who you are from the get-go. If you're on jobs, they need to know who you are. Now, there might be some stuff they might not, care for personal reasons, but they'll know what type of worker you are. They need to know you're a hard worker. You need to express your true opinion around people who could possibly be your friends. You can't fake it with your friends. These people are supposed to be in your life and something, but they need to see who you are. They need to see who you are. People need to see truth. Every single person need to really sit back and say, well, how much of what I'm doing now is to fit into society or to please other people, and how much of it is who I am. Very important. That's a very important piece. How many of us can truly be honest? Like I said, it's hard to be 24/7 honest. It's hard. because there's still instances where, depending on the job, depending on the situation, you might have to be quiet. But you know what, though? Even in being quiet, that can still be honesty. You could be the type of person that's like, when I don't have anything positive to say, I'm not going to say anything. I've known people who say that. They say, I don't have anything positive to say about what you just said, so I'm just going to be quiet. That's actually all right because it's the truth, But people need to see truth in you. People need to see truth in you and work on it. Work on it every day. If it's something that is not apparent, well, then you got a job to do. But they need to see truth, like this is who this person is. And trust me, it's a way better way of going through life than wearing that mask. Because the problem with the mask is always going to come off at the most inopportune moment, no matter how hard you try. And then some people, they wear that mask so much that their true self becomes the mask. So they just lost themselves. They're walking around with a counterfeit persona. So people need to see truth in you. So that's all I have for today. Y'all have a great day. As always, keep rising and transforming. Peace.